that you would invite for dinner, why them, and what would you serve?
I would invite Lea Salonga, Gina Rodriguez, and my mama, Liza Infante. I would invite them because they are the three kick-ass ladies in terms of, I guess, in different aspects of my upbringing. One who birthed me. And Lea Salonga has been a real inspirational figure as a Filipina who's traveled around the world, really waved the Filipino flag and really handled herself well in terms of expressing that Filipinos can perform. Yeah, she's a beautiful singer, the first Filipino to be a part of Les Miserables, which is one of my favorite musicals. Gina Rodriguez, because she's so ballsy, really brave, not afraid to represent and voice the Morena Latinas, and yeah, voice for the minority groups. And my mama, because my mama's my biggest fan. She's also my best friend, and she always knows what to say and sometimes doesn't either, which is kind of very human of her. And yeah, and I want to show my mama that she did a good job. Yeah. I will serve them arroz caldo because one, arroz caldo was like the first Filipino dish I learned how to cook. And at the same time, I think there's something quite poetic in a sense that normally you would add calamansi and fried garlic on top of the dish, but calamansi doesn't exist in New Zealand, or very hard to find anyway. So you know, you kind of have to adapt and adjust, which I think is a really good way to define my Filipino-ness. Yeah, having to adapt and survive in my own Filipino Kiwi way and flavor. And also arroz caldo gives me a sense of warmth and care, which I think Filipinos are very good at, and I'm proud of that, and I'm good at making it.
Yeah, motherhood is a really special gift that we are receiving from up above. Whether we are single parent, whether we are separated, divorced, or anything like that, having children is a great blessing.
Well, I'm very excited to bring home great stories. I think the start of it is to show that an idea that comes from the Philippines can change the world. We traveled more than 23,000 nautical miles. We had 23 cultures, but really 23 acts of purpose. And this story is not just about talking about it, it's really going there and working with the different cultures to be able to teach them how to make a light. And we needed to be there to be able to empower the people, empower the people on the ship. More than 300 people on the ship made these lights that we were able to bring down. The women cooperatives also learned how to do it. But this is a story about a grassroots way of doing it, a Filipino bayanihan way. There are great things happening with the Filipinos. They're, not only in entertainment, not only in boxing, but in the humanitarian field. We're not just recipients of donor funds, but we're benefactors helping the world. Well, right now, we're looking for ambassadors of light, if you want to call it. So if you log on to Isang Litrong Liwanag or Liter of Light, you will be able to send us places that you think that are dark, that could use light. We need your hands and your time to solve this 20 million Filipino problem that don't have access to electricity. We believe that the power to defeat darkness is with an army of ambassadors of light. And so that's why I'm excited to invite other Filipinos to be able to join UNESCO with its mission for the International Day of Light to give people in darkness a brighter future. I am Ilak Diaz. I'm a Filipino Pride advocate. Catch me on goodnewsfilipinas.com.
And the top story of the week from We Are Pinoys. It's not buwan ng wika yet, but we are happy to celebrate that our Filipino accent has been voted as sexiest in Asia. Big 7 Travel conducted the survey and described the Filipino way of speaking as gentle and soft. Filipino pride advocate and YouTube celebrity Mikey Bustos, in fact, champions the Pinoy accent in his viral YouTube channels.
There are no F sounds. Palo, flip, pak, Filipino, Philippines, family, snowflake.
Oh guys, dried mangoes.
Ayoko, nakaka-diabetes yan. Gusto ko french fries. Made in the Philippines naman yan ah. Genuine yan. Promise?
name's Raymond. I'm from Pinoy and Said Tayo. If you have any questions about the APEC Memorial Plans, please get in touch with us.
Yeah, So that's a choir formed by the Oceanian Leadership Network at AUT. They're based in the South Campus of AUT, and they just put out this audition for anyone who wanted to sing for this event. But they didn't tell us what the event was or who we'd be singing for or with. So I thought I was late for auditioning, but because I just came back from Sweden, but I had the chance to audition on the Friday, and I just sung a little bit of The Greatest Showman, and then they told me I got in, and then I just attended all the rehearsals, and on the performance day, they told us that we were going to be singing with Hugh Jackman and Keala Settle, so that was pretty exciting.
And can you tell us, how was it when you saw both of these stars that you just watched on cinema and listened to their music? How was it?
It was crazy. Like, it was kind of unreal. Like, you get starstruck because you see Hugh Jackman on like Wolverine and Les Mis and all the big movies, and then I listened to Keala Settle before she was on Greatest Showman, like this musical she was on, and like seeing them in person and just like them talking to us, it was nice to see like how humble they were as well. Yeah.
And you told me about the hugs. What did they do?
Oh, so before we actually performed, we got to rehearse a little bit, and like right before the performance, as we were setting up on stage and everything, Keala Settle and Hugh Jackman actually gave every single one of the choir members a hug. I just thought that was really cool. Like they hugged us before we took a photo. Yeah.
And are you excited? I think it's in September. They come back for the performance?
Yeah, I haven't got tickets, but yeah, it's really exciting actually to see, because they came to promote their tour, so to see them actually doing the performance will be really good.
Which of the songs in the album is your favorite?
Oh, I quite like This Is Me because it's pretty uplifting, and yeah.
This is the certificate which I got just like a week ago. I joined a pop-up business school, Tara. These people, I was really like wanting to know how to really run my business very well and in a professional way. These are the people who pushed me up, and we took the lesson only for 2 weeks, but they are amazing. They are amazing. If anyone wants to join, pop-up business school, Ottawa, they shouldn't go back. They have to go in and pop in up. Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to be given the chance to invite 3 people who have made change or in the country in the past or in the present, I'm going to invite Ferdinand Marcos, Ninoy Aquino, and Rodrigo Duterte. And I'm going to serve ordinary Filipino food so that we can talk about their images and visions about what the Philippines should be. The reason why I am inviting Marcos and Ninoy is because I think the present narrative in the Philippines are just footnotes to the sort of rivalry of the narratives of the Marcoses and the Aquinos. And I want to look into that. And the reason why I want to invite President Duterte, in addition to the two, is to see how he's going to mess up things. He's going to unsettle things, his views about these two narratives.
Black Kettle, I would say, is one of the first cafe that specializes in craft tea. What makes us different from other cafes is that we use loose leaf tea in our products, hindi yung tea bags. We have a tea sample board in the shops because we want people to try out or experience the tea before they order one. We also specialize in cheesecake. Right now we have 7 different flavors. We have the original New York style cheesecake, we have blueberry, and our best sellers are the Oreo, s'mores, and banana pie.
Come and watch us perform on June 22 at the part in my community. This is why I joined IWI, Integrate Women International, because its main idea is to empower women at all levels, and I believe that women can support women. So yeah.
I think when you start things from a very basic, pure place, that's the perfect bed to grow a flourishing garden. So YouTube just kind of exploded out of nowhere for me at the perfect time. I'm like a university dropout because I wanted to enter the entertainment business. In my early 20s, I joined Canadian Idol, so that launched my singing career for a while. And so I had nothing else better to do. I was living with my parents. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do YouTube. Hopefully by some miracle I'll be discovered as a singer or something, right? So I have a business that revolves around ants. I love animals. Right now I have a parrot, an African gray. I've got fish, I've got lots of ants. Believe me, it's a zoo at my place. One is to get a lot of sunlight, because sunlight has this magical effect. It stimulates the pineal gland, which controls your circadian cycle, your daytime-nighttime cycle, which has a direct effect on mood and emotions. So get a lot of sunlight if you can. 2, be grateful, like practice gratitude. Like I've made it a habit now to be grateful all the time, like no matter where I am. Like as soon as I walked in this room, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these pencil crayons. This is amazing. This brings me back to like good memories of my childhood. I'm proud to be Pinoy because I feel like, going back to the topic of happiness, that regardless of what we're given in our situation, we are artists at managing to stay happy.
Hi Mikey, how did you come up with Ant Canada?
Wow, good question. I have always been into keeping bugs and insects, but ants were always my favorite. And then one time I was watching a video on YouTube, and then I saw this person who had kept ants in a terrarium with a queen, and then that blew my mind. Then I just started keeping ants.
How much effort did you put into the Filipino Heroes rap video?
Oh my gosh. That is another good question. I can't believe she's seen that video. The Filipino National Heroes rap was a lot of work. OMG. Okay, first of all, I had to write the song. So I had to write all the lyrics and then envision it in my head. Then I had to storyboard it. Then we had to film it in record it in a studio, then film it. And then I had to work with the co-director, whose name is Jiggy Gregorio, and we edited it, and boom, it came together. I think we put the whole thing together in 2 weeks.
What's your current goal?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Such a young child asking such deep questions. My current goal is to make an impact on people like you. Yes. Hi guys, I'm Mikey Bustos, and I am a Filipino pride advocate. Catch me on goodnewspilipinas.com.
Let's take a look at what's happening in other parts of the world.
A stand-up comedy act? An acting class? No, this is laughter yoga.
I'm a stress magnet, and once a week I get to come in here and act like a nut and laugh and get rid of stress, and it's the best happy hour I've ever had.
Laugh like crazy and reduce stress. That's the idea behind the practice of laughter yoga founded by Indian physician Madan Kataria in 1995. Since then, it has caught on with more than 5,000 laughter yoga clubs worldwide.
1, 2, 3, go for it.
Yoga master Slash Coleman, who founded RVA Laugh Club, was certified through Laughter Yoga University based in Bangalore, India.
But I lead people through laughter yoga exercises, and that involves different games that we play to move the body in different ways, so we allow oxygen to like come into the body in different parts of the lungs.
Coleman established this club after he discovered the benefits of laughter.
And my right lung mysteriously collapsed. I was living in New York City at the time, and I spent a month in the hospital. And after the doctors did 2 surgeries, they said that laughing would help my lung to heal because it would help the lung expand.
Participants come to his class looking to alleviate stress and gain some health benefits.
I just get to be a kid again, you know, it's just silliness and connection. I mean, you know, so much fun. Most days people are kind of grumpy, you know, you work in an office, you see a lot of this, right? But it's nice and light. I enjoy it.
Coleman believes that laughter is also a tool that can bring people together.
Laughter is this like universal language, and we are bonding with each other in here from all religious backgrounds. Like, you know, I'm Jewish, and that we've had people, Hindis come in, and people that, Christians and Muslims, and none of that matters.
Laughter yoga is no joke. A technology-ridden world has seemingly contributed to a spike in stress in daily life. Health experts agree that increased stress is one of the primary threats to the day-to-day health, and battling it with laughter and calmness is essential to preserving a healthy body and mind. For Ali Orogzai in Richmond, Virginia, Bejan Hamdard, VOA News.